everybody, how's it going? Today I'm hopping back into the 5-minute pool. I've been having fun here. Nobody's complained. Let's stick with this time control. Going up against a strong player, Etchi CS Beal. And let's hit him with the bishop's opening with d4, allowing all sorts of fun and exciting gambits. Also double checking the clock because it's the summer and we're gonna have to go pick up the kids here pretty soon. So this might be my last game of Blitz here for the day. So let's try to make it a good one. And let's try to make it a NAKHMANSON Gambit! Okay, fully focused. We're starting to work our way back up to the 2400s. This is a huge game for our rating. And let's see what the opponent decides to do. Question number 1. Do you dare accept my gambit? You do! Bishop takes f7! Now, next question. Do you dare play king f6? The refutation. All you got to do is run around with your king a little bit for like 20 moves, and you should be fine here with black. Is that what we are going to see today? No, we see him go back. Now, the point of this opening, yeah, I'm down 2 pieces. I'm going to win this one back. And if you block with something on e7, I play bishop to g5, and I bring my rook over. Bishop here right away, so now I should take this knight, I do suppose. And we'll see which one. I could see a mistake coming. A mistake, here it comes. H6, common mistake. Aha, okay, yeah. This is a tricky one, so now I need to be a little bit cautious. And try to remember exactly how this one goes. It's been so long since I wrote the Chessable course. But I do have the course on this one, if people are interested in it. I know the main ideas here. It's at some point here, but I must be doing it with this, and I don't know how he disturbs me. So I put this guy here, and at some moment, I'm going to bring my rook in. So am I actually threatening to take, and then go here, threatening to check on a mate? So I think this is a major threat that the opponent needs to be very cautious about. And we will see how they do it. I guess takes, maybe. There's queen f6 here. This should be, like, right up my wheelhouse. I feel like nobody ever actually accepts the NAKHMANSON these days. You don't get as much practice with them as you used to. But now I'm simply threatening to go here. So queen f6, I believe, is forced. Now, I ask myself, why is the answer not g3? Why is the answer not here? I don't know the answer to either of those questions. Rook e1 looks pretty insanely winning to me. So let's go with this. And then let's just try to win the game. Right? And I don't know. It's just so, like, easy and effortless to win with the NAKHMANSON Gambit when people accept. Because I've completely forgotten everything. But I feel like it's just simply, it's all going to come together here. Or so I think. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Check here, takes here, check here, this check here. I can take here, sack my knight. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I mean, it feels pretty checkmatey. Takes. Check. I also can check with this guy and then give this check, which at least wins a queen. So if I go here, I'm at least winning a queen. I'm looking to see if there's a really cool mate. But I don't know. There's just something about playing the NAKHMANSON when they accept. So I think that I did this wrong. So let's double check all of our work here. But it's kind of like an easy, effortless attack when they do decide to accept it. Get naxed! Total Noob is in the house, of course. He makes a guest appearance in all of the videos. So let's see what happened here, where my opponent went wrong and possibly where I even went wrong. This is the NAKHMANSON Gambit. It's an e4, e5 opening, and after bishop to c4, of course you can get there starting with knight to f3. A lot of people start with that. As long as you can get to the Scotch Gambit, you'll be able to get here, because essentially that's what we are transposing into. Just to show one move order that I think might be a little bit more common, this is perhaps one of the more popular ways of getting there, and then you can enter into the NAKHMANSON this way. One other way, there's just like so many ways. Some people start with d4 here, and no matter what the opponent does, you have ways of transposing back into this opening. But however you get there, when you get to this position, you can play knight to c3, which is a little bit dubious, but it is incredibly dangerous, especially if the opponents accept, which is the top computer move. So after pawn takes, you play bishop takes f7 with the idea that the king comes out, you play queen to d5, and you guarantee that you're going to be able to win one piece back, and the opponent is running around. Now, the computer has spotted that the best way of continuing is with king to f6, and I think going back, it is like a draw. There are some ways for black to actually hold it, but there's also so many ways for black to go wrong if they do enter into this. Rook to e1 is what I played with the basic plan of taking, creating pressure on this square. Bishop e7, most common move. So now I'm confused. They played something normal. And after takes, they played king to f8. And as kind of pointed out in the game, there's some other common mistakes, like h6 allows some pretty amazing stuff. h6 prevents the bishop from coming here, but allows you to take on h6. This is a common trap that we've seen. After takes, there's a winning attack. After going here, if the rook takes, there's some checkmate. So there's all sorts of ways that the opponents might go wrong. Some opponents try this plan of bringing a rook to f8 before bringing the king over, but this also fails. d6 is most common, but king f8, maybe I'm more aware of king f8 after some other stuff. I played bishop to g5, which is super winning. I'm thinking that I might be more confusing myself with d6, bishop g5, king f8. This is a line that I think I'm actually more familiar with. Maybe here, b4 is also an interesting idea in all of these positions. But my opponent played king f8 right away. Knight g5 given by the computer as another possibility. There's all of these moves seem possible. Everything is equal, but I think that means we're going to have a lot of fun. You could play here, you could play here, you can play here, whatever you want to do. So I guess I won't waste too much time on the alternative variations. They went here and then didn't play bishop to f6. They took right away. And I don't know this position, perhaps because it's just insanely losing. And I actually played like an absolute genius and won quite convincingly. Imagine that. I think this is a little bit more common. And then what you try to do, one idea, you don't do it right away. You usually start by getting your last piece into the game. But at some moment, you're playing bishop f4 with the idea of taking and delivering this checkmate. This is an important pattern to know. So if you can allow me to make a mistake here for black, one of the key tactics is removing this guy and going for the Boden's mate crisscross apple style checkmate. And all of your pieces work very well in harmony. It's almost just a matter of how do we get them there in the right order. You always want to bring your rook over. With this king on f8, you always want to bring this rook over to f4. It's just about getting the move order right. So my opponent went here confusing me, but fortunately I am now just winning. I'm threatening a checkmate on the spot, so queen to f6. Here I played the strongest move, bringing this guy in. I actually thought we were going to see that perhaps I had played this quite badly, so I'm quite delighted. I still have a chance to make an inaccuracy in this game. Let's see. Rook to e8, king to g7, takes, king takes, rook takes, king g7. Ah, an inaccuracy! No! Much better is mate in 9, starting with king to g8, queen to g8, king to h6, and then obviously h4, supporting the knight, threatening a mate, forcing this to happen. And then I don't think it really matters how you go from here, but this obviously could have been some alternative life. And there's a mate in 4 from there. Okay, sure, whatever. I went here because I knew that after this, at minimum, I have knight to f7, which is going to win the game. So my opponent didn't even wait around for it, but my next move was knight f7, delivering this check, and you would have to take, allowing me to take this. And I was pretty confident I'd be able to win this one. I guess they should have kept going because, you know, they got this pawn or whatever. But maybe I can just come all the way back. Maybe I can actually find some direct mate from here. Queen f4, let's keep going. There actually might be some direct mate. You have to go here. Rook to h8. Wait, this is actually still interesting. You allow them to queen. I'm not sure that I would have done all of this. Then they have some check, and there's just simply no defense. We threaten here, and I suppose there's no way out of this. You don't have a good check? Yo, you think I would have done this? Opponent shouldn't have resigned. I don't know. Maybe they would try this, but that just leads to mate in 1. You can take or push. I don't know. They maybe should have kept it on, because if you play something else as white, if you play queen b3, Maybe it's not so obvious, although it's still completely winning. I don't know, but if you can find it in your heart to hit that subscribe button, there's going to be a link to the NAKHMANSON Chessable course if you want to learn more about this really cool opening, and I'll see you guys for the next video.